Ferrari Amalfi is here. With a twin-turbo V8, cutting-edge digital cockpit, and luxury-first focus, it replaces the Roma in Ferrari's grand touring lineup. But will it be embraced or rejected like the Roma? Ferrari just launched the Amalfi, its newest grand tourer, during an ultra-exclusive event on the Amalfi coast. This sleek machine replaces the Roma, but make no mistake, it's not just a redesign. It's a statement about Ferrari's future in the GT segment. But there's one big question. Will this car be praised for its elegance or criticized for straying too far from Ferrari tradition, just like the Roma was? Let's dig in. The Ferrari Amalfi is sculpted for elegance. Its silhouette is low and muscular, with proportions designed to blend harmony and power. Aerodynamics were a key focus, with active front grille flaps and an active rear spoiler designed to increase efficiency and downforce without compromising the car's clean profile. You'll notice the new headlight signature and a sharper rear end. This is evolutionary design, not a radical departure. And that's intentional. Ferrari wants to refine beauty, not reinvent it. But will that make it feel too tame for traditionalists, given their sentiments towards the Roma? Step inside and you'll find Ferrari's most tech-forward GT cabin yet. The Amalfi gets Ferrari's new digital architecture with an 8.8-inch passenger side screen and an ultra-clear 15.6-inch digital cluster for the driver. The interior is wrapped in top-tier leather and carbon fiber. There's also a new central display designed to reduce distraction and increase control. What's more, Ferrari says the cabin is acoustically tuned for conversations at high speed, blending luxury and practicality in a way the Roma hinted at but never fully delivered. Under the hood, the heart of Ferrari remains. A 3.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8 delivering 620 horsepower at 5,750 RPM and 760 Newton-meters of torque. That's enough to send the Amalfi from 0 to 60 in just 3.4 seconds. It's paired with an 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox, already seen in models like the SF90 and Portofino M. And yes, there's no hybrid system, no electric boost. This is a pure combustion grand tourer, a bold move as competitors go electric. Ferrari is holding the line on what a GT should feel like. But the Amalfi is more than numbers. It introduces Side Slip Control 8.0, working with an updated dynamic chassis system, magnetic suspension, and rear-wheel steering. The weight balance is an ideal 49-51 front to rear. This is a driver's GT, not just a boulevard cruiser. Ferrari promises a blend of comfort and precision, but again, is that too much compromise for the hardcore faithful? The Amalfi doesn't replace the Roma quietly. It's around 20% more expensive, reflecting its elevated luxury and performance levels. Deliveries are expected to begin soon after the official reveal, with the Amalfi Spider joining the lineup shortly after. So here's where the controversy might begin. The Roma was beautifully made but got heat for being too soft. It didn't scream Ferrari, it whispered it. Now comes the Amalfi, more powerful, more luxurious, more refined. But will the purists accept it? Is this Ferrari's evolution or erosion? Will it be loved for bringing grand touring to the modern age, or hated for not being raw, mechanical, and emotional enough? Let us know where you stand. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. See you soon on Carfax.